Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be taking a look at King General Gunther. He's, I guess, the sort of the chase this week and into the weekend. I don't know. It looks like a two-part chase, which I kind of dislike without having all the info ahead of time. So I personally don't go for them, but because I don't like those releases. But it is what it is. And this is a preview, not talking about the release method. So let's focus on that. So he is a modern era aggressive showboat, S plus tier. So S plus tier modern showboat has a lot to live up to be honest. Let's see how he does. He's got the raw link, any color move, starts with 1 more MP. Modern era gems do 5% more damage. In the stock King General gear, he's a trainer, very niche trainer. Green moves start with 2 more MP. And yellow gems do 50% more. So typically in a lot of these cases, you see like Showboat Cena, who does 45% but has 2 yellow, which tends to work better for the color combo and stuff. But there'll be a case or two, I'm sure, where Gunther's trainer is really solid, or really great actually. But it's not going to be a trainer you probably use all the time, so it's okay. What else? Let's see. Strap. 100%er, since he is an S plus tier, I'll use a 100%er. I'm not going to use any plates to start. Maybe we'll put some on, but like S plus tier generally should be fairly ready out of the box, and do decent stuff without it. So I'll show you guys without, and then we'll add some stuff. Yeah. Let's take a look. I have 3 movesets because I do think he has 3 distinct movesets that are worth showing. To be honest, I don't feel like one is insanely superior to the rest this time, so I'll show all 3. We're going to start with the shotgun dropkick, 5 MP, deal 537k damage, increase your yellow MP by 9. This does go to 10 at gold. German suplex, 570k damage. She's a 2x1 area to make it a 3-turn juggernaut gems. That will deal 6.6 million damage on every countdown, and then deal another 6.6 million at the end of your countdown. I don't know why it says that. It's gonna deal the damage 3 times. 2 gems, 12 million, 13 million a turn, etc. Then we have the Gojira clutch. I don't even know if I said that right. 7 MP submission. Make 11 random sub gems. Do 1.3 million damage for 3 turns. It's a really big sub. Remaining subs turn into 1-turn countdown gems that deal 950k damage and increase your blue MP by 1 at the end of the countdown. So your sub refills your blues, and your blues refill your sub. That's the goal of this one. It is a super sub build because that's its most damage. And you can see it's gonna last 5 turns and do what is that, like 20 million damage, 21 million damage, something like that. The Lawler for blue moves. I just woke up. My brain is not functioning. I probably should wait to do this, but whatever. Yellow subs do 100%, 50 and 1, and then 50 and 1. We will go against Samuel. Of course, all of this is after 99 goes away. This is ready turn 1 in feud without 99 MP. You would click this. It's going to load your sub. Then you'd click this and pop this down, preferably somewhere that isn't high risk. Although it's just extra damage. Then you're going to hit your sub. Sammy has 63 million health. This won't scale much bigger at gold, to be honest. So this is pretty accurate of what you would see. And you can see in my case, I lost almost every countdown gem. So guess who can't sub? So that's one of the problems in general. With subs, you get unlucky. And me in particular, as you just saw, get super unlucky. And now we can't reload our sub. And this is great. This is actually perfect. This is a shining example of why I hate subs. So, in feud, that just doesn't work for me with all the, especially at Showboat. Yes, it's an incredible tour build, and honestly, most of the time, you're gonna keep enough gems to recycle it. Of the 11 random, you're only gonna need 4. So most of the time, you're probably gonna keep enough. But that is exactly what can and will go wrong. So that was perfect, actually. All right, this is probably not probably. This is his most interesting moveset to me. I want to love it. It's not gonna scale very well at gold. But this is smooth. Like, you can make this work with a lot of money. But let me show it to you without a lot of money. Now, the Lyra on this account has 75% to go. That's the same as Trish. So, let's get to that in a second, actually. So, 2 1 MP moves and a 5 MP move. Headbutt, 575k damage, make the bottom row into columns. Excuse me. Power Bomb, 575k damage, make 1 random column into crossbreak. Double Power Bomb, 5 MP, deal 734k damage, plus 1.2 million bonus damage for every column break gem. There's 6 of them. Then deals 734k damage and destroy 1 random crossbreak gem. This blows up the whole board except... no, this blows up the whole board. Never mind. So it's kind of a unique build concept, and I like it. On paper, let's see how it performs. So... Truth, 150% more column breaks. Stinger, 4 red MP. Lyra, 125. She can go to 200 if she's high enough. And then, what's her face here? Trish for 75% more. So that's 5.4 million damage per column. And there's 6 of them, so that's 30 million damage. Let's remove Trish. Goes from 5.4 to 4.5. So what is that, like another 700,000? So if Lyra was maxed out, you would get another 700,000 on top of that, which would be 6.1 for 6, so about 36 million. Now as far as gold scaling, he's up on the portal at gold. It goes to 1.2 something base. Let me make sure I have this gold. I do. 1.275 million. So you can see it barely goes up, and it goes up 700k. So maybe with everything you get to about 40 million with that, and then you're going to blow up the board at gold, which will be double the gem damage you'll see here, if that helps. But this is his smoothest, fastest set. It's really easy. I actually like it. It's different to other sets. Doesn't use multiplies. And finishing here with the combo. You can see we should do, like, what was it? Yeah, 32 million, and then blow up the board for 4.4 million. So 8 million, and you're probably doing like 48 million at gold. You put a 200%, we do have a 200% red move damage metal. We're getting a little bit there. Maybe hit 50 million at gold without plates. We'll come back to that in a minute with some plates, but that's super straightforward gameplay, pretty quick, etc. But Showboat has a lot to live up to. So this is the big money set, if you want to call it that. I think most people are going to want to run this set. I actually don't care for it. And there's a few reasons for that, which I'll talk about. So this with plates, in particular 1 plate, will be really good, right? With the yeet plate, will be really good. So loadout, I'm going to start with a little bit less whaley loadout, which is funny. And then we'll move to Sherry instead of, but we'll get there. Anyway, still going to use the shotgun dropkick. You know what that does. Thunderous Chop, 9 MP yellow. 500k damage, modify a 3x7 random area into multiply gems of strength 9. Now at gold, this goes to 4x7x10. So you're gonna gain, so definitely about a decent chunk of damage there, like 40%-ish damage increase on the gems, besides doubling at gold. And then modify a 7x1 random area into column break gems. And then the finisher, 960k damage and destroys 7 random column breaks, so that blows up your board. Then deal 963k damage and make 19 gems into protect gems. So here's the thing. He's got 2 different combo moves, so it's 2 separate things happening, which slows it down a little bit than your standard like 3-click. He also has got protect gems going out. He's got multiplies going out. He's got columns going out. So he's got a lot of stuff going on that slows this down a little bit. Entourage Lawler. So really good entourage in Rowan, especially at gold. In particular, multiply gems do 75% more damage at gold. Blue move starts with 2 more blue MP, which we don't need, and we don't need the destroy, right? So in this case, we're only getting 50%, but they're bigger multiplies, so it does well. And then of course, pick your 2 zombie trainers, because you don't know what color multiply you're gonna get. So there's also big variance here, and you can't focus down onto a particular multiply gem and buff that. That's one of the things I don't like about this set. I probably should put a yellow move damage medal on too, so you can see the extra from that, but gameplay loop is super simple. It does everything for you. Shotgun drop kick. All right. Now the thunderous chop. And you can see there's 1 animation and then 2, right? So not necessarily ideal there. And then your finisher. That's not bad, but here's the thing. You also have the protect gems go out, and then the tick. You can see we did like 19 million gem damage. The protect gems are huge. They're not going to kick out, right? But if you don't zero them, and with all the animations going, it's just not as fast as other ones. And then let's put Sherry on for you guys. Also, no, don't get ahead of yourself, bub. This will certainly make a difference as well, because we're going from 500 and 500 and 900 and 900, so 1.2 like 3 million damage to now 3 million on that, and almost 6 million on that. So we're gaining a good, we're gaining almost 6 million damage as well from the metal, which won't scale at gold. I'll take my time a little bit more this time around, show you guys what I mean. Also check your Facebook Messenger. All right. So in particular, if you don't have 2x speed up, this is what this will feel like. If you only have 1.25, that's those. And I mean, this is fine, right? Like, you're getting the good gem damage. This is a really good spread, though. Look at, especially because we have Brett with purple and Gunther with blue, and yellow's is primary. So they're pretty big. They hit decent damage. Blow up the board. And that's 25 million gem, and then the protects go out. So that's a 28 million pin. You will more than double it, which would be 56, because the area gets bigger. So I would say probably 65, maybe 70 million, with the multiply gems set up with Sherry. And no plates, which is good, right? Don't get me wrong, that's very, very good. But the thing is, Showboat is stacked. So before I put some plates on, let's just kind of look at Showboat real quick. And then I'll put some plates on. And granted, these guys, you know, we use them with plates. The plates that are going to be used for him are the JD drip plate and the Yeet plate. As you guys have seen, I'm sure recently, there has been a plethora of videos featuring these plates. So the main thing is going to be where you're going to put them. So a similar comparison for me would be Vader, who triple red does multiply gems. Vader does not have any combo moves. He does have one area place where you choose the 6x6 to swap into red. But he gets, with Mosh, it's like 21 multiply gems of strength 15, which is pretty crazy. He also benefits insane from Howdy. Howdy affects him. Howdy doesn't affect Gunther. And he's doing a targeted color multiply in red, so you can further boost the red and count on that damage and be really consistent. So, like, Vader is kind of the comparison I would go with. He's also an aggressive Showboat. And Vader is vastly superior, in my opinion. Speed, trainer, plate-wise, Vader only uses a Bulldog Bracer, which is in 0 demand. So Vader is probably the direct comparison I would make, and Vader is like significantly better for all of those reasons, in my opinion. And we'll talk more about those at the end. As far as modern era, Rex Regum is faster, smoother. Does use a Piper plate though, which is high demand, but I mean, like, depending on the person, you may have a lot of those. In my case, I have more than I need at this point. So there's that. And maybe I should have saved this for the end, but you know, it is what it is. Solo moveset faster, is going to hit about as hard, and one plate required. Doesn't use no one really uses the Ray plate, but triple yellow Solo is lights out. I prefer him. If you have moment and stuff, triple purple is going to hit harder, hit faster. But yes, you'll use a Piper plate again. But you know, Seth again, Seth freaking Rollins. I prefer him. You know, you're going to use the same kind of stuff as on Vader. No multiply gems, so it's not very nerfable. Tuso is significantly faster, right? So Tuso has Cascade Risk. I personally wouldn't prefer Tuso, but if I'm rating them like speed, what they do, Tuso is better for sure. You know, 2-click and win. Boy, I tell you, Taker with all this stuff now that he's got another moment, it's really interesting. I don't know that he's faster, for sure though. So there's that. Regal hits way harder. I think he's faster than Regal. Those are kind of the big ones, right? So anyway, there's a few I personally put in front of him, like 4 or 5 probably. So I wouldn't run him in feud for that. So I'm just getting some housekeeping out of the way. And for boss, there's really not a lot here, in my opinion, for boss. Because the multiplies... Really, game? You're not going to pick him? All right. Because the multiplies are random and not a specific color, he's never going to excel at any one boss. Shinsuke kind of does the same sort of thing, but better. So there's that. As far as the crossbreak moveset, those generally don't go very well. Or column break, I'm sorry. This one in boss. There's not a lot of gems. The scaling would have to be simply massive, which it typically isn't. And there's not enough gems when you blow up the board for it to make a difference. So I think one of the big knocks for me on him is lack of versatility compared to most of the other people we get. Tons of combo moves on this move, with multiply gems that other showboats do better, to hit so-ish. I mean, maybe 65 million, but once you start putting these other high demand plates on, does he get significantly better? That's where I'm going with this. Let's find out. So I'm going to go ahead and put this plate on. I can't see this making a huge difference. It's 7 more multiplied gems of strength 7. But let's find out. Let's go back here. And I should really keep the Sherry graphic. Have made a Sherry graphic because it's, let me take this down so people don't get confused. Both of these down. Since we're experimenting now. Let me up the speed back up. So you're going to get the 7 extra multiplies. What do we hit? We hit for like 25 million before. Let's see what we hit for now. 28, I think. Oh, we hit a crit too. I mean, we get an extra like 6 million out of it. That's not bad. You probably hit hard enough to 0 with the JD drip. So that's worth noting. But there is a lot of combo moves going on. It's not significantly better. I think, in fact, it's slower in a lot of cases. All right, let's try that one with triple red here. But let's turn the strap off because we're going to have a plate. All right. Because honestly, this one to me is the money set. Because it's faster, smoother, only one combo move. The thing that feels S+ tier to Gunther is the low charges, the 5 MP charges and stuff. That feels S+ tier. This is the moveset I prefer, if possible. This is much faster. Not relying on multiply gems except for the, the JD drip that we're using now. And then blowing up the board. Excuse me, sorry. So gem damage now is 7.2 million or 14 million. And we hit for 40. So at gold, that's probably about 58 to 60. It's really close. But I don't think it quite cuts where you want to be. So I think you need the yeet plate as well to make this one work. So that's a pretty heavy commitment of plates. And if you have both of these plates, I think this build set is far superior to the yellow one, Because it's just quicker, it's smoother, and it's relying less on multiply gems. Let's see what the gem damage is now. 16 million, so 32 million at gold. You're over 70 million with that combo. But that is a hefty combo. But that moveset, his speed is worth talking about at Showboat, in my opinion. His speed, ease of use, it's like similar to Rex Regum. So, yeah, that moveset's worth talking about. Back to this. And this with the yeet plate is just going to hit stupid hard, right? So now, this is like, I think where everyone's... Oops, wrong moveset. Oh well. This is what everyone's going to go gaga on, this moveset with the yeet plate and stuff, like with this. Because the yeet plate into the multiplies is going to look crazy. But without the yeet plate, it's not nearly as impressive. Alright. Now let's do it right. And it is a lot of stuff going on. So really, do you want to put... Let me run it again. this much stuff on somebody to be slower? Like, is that your goal? There's definitely, in my opinion, better spots than the yeet plate on this particular moveset. Depending on your showboats, though, the red moveset, maybe not. This will be silly. Yeah, that's 60 million. That's like probably 140 million at gold. But honestly, guys, I'm not impressed by raw damage numbers anymore. I don't care about raw damage numbers because everyone hits hard enough. So what, if anything, does he bring to my roster? Is what I would be looking at. And the answer for me is almost nothing. I'm not going to use him over Vader. I'm not going to use him over Rex Regum. I'm not going to use him over Seth Freaking. To be honest, guys, I have Seth Freaking and I still haven't even taken him gold. That's where my showboat situation is. And he's not better than Seth Freaking. I like Solo a ton. Solo triple yellow is smooth and fast and really easy. He's great triple purple. So like on my roster, and he doesn't bring anything to boss. So, and the trainer is super niche. So like I have no FOMO over this particular poster. I love Gunther, but I know realistically I would never use him except when he's required. I'm not going to invest. I do have one yeet plate. I have one drip plate, JD drip. I'm not going to invest both of those on him when there are better places for them. So it's interesting because while he is very good, he's just not good enough at any one thing that he improves my roster. So, is he S plus tier? I guess, yes, but he's worse than what we already have, in my opinion. Yeah, you can make him look really good. Yeah, you can hit really hard, but that's not enough when we already have a bunch of fast guys that can hit really hard. So overall, do I think he's great? Yes. If his release method was more obtainable, more reasonable, I might be inclined to go for him. But with the way this release method is, with some shards now, some shards later, you don't know what you're going to get. I don't go into things blind, and I don't reward Scopely for what I consider bad behavior, right? I'm not going to throw money at something without knowing exactly where I'm going to end up and get. And this to me feels like going in blind. So personally, I'm not going for him at all. And that's thanks to the release method. Scopely, you want to get Mherex to spend, then make sure it's guaranteed stuff. I'm not gambling here. I'm only spending on guaranteed stuff. So yeah, anyway, long story short, I think he's a great showboat, just not great enough, if that makes sense. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this preview video. This is back to a longer format one, but I think King Gunther needed it because he isn't exactly, to me, clear cut. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. On that, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck out there. He's a weird one for me. I mean, like, I think a lot of people are really gonna like him, probably, but to me, I just don't. He doesn't do it. He's just not good enough. Like, I literally have no use for him on my roster. As good as he is, I just don't. Am I crazy? I don't think so. Well, not about this. I am crazy, but not about this.